Hey, neighbors, got a minute? So, yep, as you see, I have gone to vote. Participated in the early voting, which I highly recommend. The line was almost non-existent. But while I was in there in my little section voting, a gentleman who's a bit older than me stood beside me and called for help. He asked the lady to come over and he said, "Man, I'm so sorry to bother you, but I am so nervous." And I was so tempted to turn to him and say, "Brother, what are you nervous about? What are you anxious about?" But we're not supposed to talk to each other. So I just began to pray for him. And I began to wonder what he's anxious about. Is the functionality of the voting process, which can be a little confusing, especially if you're only doing it every 2 to 4 years? Or was it the enormity of this election? Was it something that he's super anxious about as it relates to how the other side of the election is going to look? I don't know, but I just was reminded in that moment that we as the people of God have been called to be peacemakers, to be people who create space where anxiety and fear flee rather than collect. It's a place where we can listen longer rather than shout louder. And we're trying to create that sort of an environment, not only for us, but for others in our community, where they could come and be reminded that no matter what happens as a result of this election, that there is a God, a sovereign God who's on the throne. And he has, since the beginning of time, worked with his people to bring about his best for us and glory for himself. We're intentionally trying to make space for that this coming Sunday. You've been hearing us talk about it, but we and the Church of Montgomery and Restoration Church down the road and Connect Church down the road, we're gathering for a potluck meal this coming Sunday night. And I'd love for you to go and register for that. Tell us what you're bringing. And then I'd love for you to also plan to be with us for a night of worship and prayer immediately following. And then if you would be so willing, we have 30-minute slots for you to pray as a part of a prayer vigil that'll take us from Sunday night all the way to election morning. And I hope that you'll go online and find a 30-minute slot that you can commit to joining us in prayer as well. So again, this coming Sunday, potluck and prayer event followed by that prayer vigil. I hope you'll sign up. Both the registration links are below again. And in the meantime, hey, have a great week. Go out and early vote. And we'll see you Sunday where we jump back into Exodus chapters 18 through 20. Can't wait to be with you. See you at 9 or 11. Love y'all. Bye-bye.